Yeah, 100% sure you're not a lefty.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most hilarious scenes from Modern Family that were sadly left on the cutting room floor.
Oh, hello, Jenny.
It's Lily.
Number 10. Manny fears a life of celibacy. Season 4. Manny's relationship with his stepdad, Jay, became a little complicated when his baby brother, Joe, was born.
It's been in my family for 5 generations.
Okay.
I'll walk you out, buddy. Is anything in her family new?
Just you.
This scene perfectly encapsulates that tension. Jay walks into Joe's room, where Manny is hiding, and starts daydreaming about Joe becoming a baseball star.
Joe, Pritchett. Joe's dad, Jay's in the stands, must be mighty proud of his boy. It's every dad's dream.
You understand how that makes me feel like a giant disappointment to you?
Naturally, Manny gets a little green with envy. And why is he hiding in Joe's room? Oh, just dodging his grandma who wants him to become a priest and remain celibate for life. The scene is so well structured that after Jay quips that Manny is already on that path, perfectly timed laughter filters in from another room, like a live studio audience eating up the brutal roast.
I'm not living a life of celibacy.
You're living it right now.
Number 9. Cam is Tony Soprano, Season 4. In the 4th episode of Season 4, Cam lands a gig as a music teacher in Luke and Manny's school, and let's just say it didn't quite hit the right notes.
This is how we learn to sing. Who can go up here with me?
Cam took a job teaching music at the local middle school.
The show seems to have shot multiple versions of the scene that closes out the cold open. In this unaired version, Cam decides to rehearse for the job at the worst possible time, right when Mitchell is trying to sleep. Of course, he wouldn't be completely prepared without a few terrible jokes up his sleeve. Here, he's rocking a bowling shirt straight out of Tony Soprano's closet, which, yes, doubles as a music pun.
Why are you wearing that shirt?
Oh, it's my outfit for tomorrow. I'm Tony Soprano.
No wonder the job didn't go so well.
I have this whole thing planned. Okay, I'm gonna walk in, take off my jacket, and say, here comes trouble.
Number 8. The ABCs of Salesmanship, Season 1. We've all heard the famous ABCs of Sales speech courtesy of Alec Baldwin's tough-as-nails character in 1992's Glengarry Glen Ross.
A, always be B, C, closing. Always be closing.
But what if we told you they didn't just stop at the letter C? That's right. The real ABCs of Salesmanship, as Phil so eagerly points out in the scene that aired, go all the way to W.
Always be closing. Don't ever forget, great home ideas just keep lurking, mostly nearby. Often people question realtors' sincerity. Take umbrage. Violators will...
Although Phil is completely stumped on X, in this deleted bit, he actually gets to the end of the alphabet, albeit by using the one X word that everyone knows. That's a secret to selling anything. Unless, of course, violators xylophone that fur coat.
Xylophone your zone. Boom! That's how you sell a house.
Number 7. Cam's undying love for Merl Streep, Season 1. In the 2nd episode of the show, Cam and Mitchell take Lily to a playgroup, only to discover the other kids are light years ahead of her. One standout scene featured Cam's hilariously awkward attempt at small talk with one of the moms. Things go south fast when she casually expresses her displeasure with Meryl Streep's performance in Mamma Mia.
I don't know that Merl Streep was the right choice. What did you think?
Excuse me. Merl Streep could play Batman and be the right choice.
In an extended version of the scene, the mom goes on to slam the bridges of Madison County, which, as Cam points out, is one of his all-time favorites.
Even worse than Bridges of Madison County.
One of my favorites.
Even worse, she suggests that the Meryl Streep should do more commercials. If there weren't kids around, that woman would have received the verbal smackdown of her life.
Oh, I love Brooke Shields. I love her commercials. Meryl Streep should do commercials. I'd probably like her.
Number 6. Mitchell would have liked to be asked. Season 4. There's a strange satisfaction in being considered for something, even when you know you don't want that thing at all. That's the exact feeling at the center of this deleted scene from Season 4, in which Mitchell finds out that Jay asked Claire to take over his closet company.
Jealousy is such a wasted emotion.
Okay, wait, you gotta block me from Dad. He asked me to take over his company.
You? Why you?
Now, Mitchell has absolutely no interest in the job, but he's still quite annoyed that Jay didn't even bother offering it to him, especially since Claire doesn't seem all that keen either.
Your sister's avoiding me. You know anything about it?
I don't know, you're gonna have to ask her yourself. Although if she is, that's not exactly a good leadership quality.
When Mitch finally brings it up to Jay, he's more than happy to smugly reject the offer, after Jay throws it his way.
You don't want to work for me.
How do you know? You never asked me.
Do you want to?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to say no.
Number 5, Sal the Interrupter, Season 4. In the 17th episode of Season 4, Cam and Mitchell's old party friend Sal pops up out of nowhere, asking them to be the best men at her wedding. But what we see on screen doesn't quite capture her full history of chaotic drop-ins.
We've kind of gone in different directions.
We chose forward. And this one's to Lily from Santa.
Guys!
I wonder.
Can you help me find my car?
This deleted scene shows Cam and Mitchell lamenting about how Sal has remained stuck in her old ways and the lingering effects it has on them.
What we'll miss most about Mrs. Coe was the way she...
Let's get this starter party! Oh no, I didn't bring enough! There's so many people here!
From crashing their Christmas family time to rudely interrupting a funeral, Sal has gone from being their fun-loving partner in crime to a relentless pain in their behinds. But isn't that what all friends eventually become?
Guess who's not pregnant? Yoo-hoo! Phew. Ooh, ice, 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 ice.
We have gotten better about keeping our door locked.
Number 4, Meant to Be Together, Season 2. Despite their roller coaster relationship and constant breakups, Haley ultimately marries Dylan and starts a family with him.
Dylan? God, I miss you too. Oh, it's just a cold, silly. You don't have to conceive of a world without me.
But their eventual union might have been hinted at way back in Season 2 in this deleted scene. After Claire vents about wanting Haley to date anyone but Dylan, Phil casually suggests that they're destined for each other. He even compares their relationship to his and Claire's, an idea Claire immediately shoots down.
You never know. Maybe those two are meant to be together. Like we were.
Honey, Haley and Dylan are not us.
Yet mere seconds later, Claire witnesses an interaction between Haley and Dylan that feels all too familiar. It's almost as if the writers knew where they were heading the whole time and just toyed with us for fun.
What are you doing?
One of the smoke alarms went off. I'm trying to figure out which one.
Well, if anyone can find it, it's you.
Number 3, Phil is chased by 2 kids. Season 1. Phil's brilliant plan to teach Luke a lesson about responsibility by stealing the bike he just bought him ends up backfiring spectacularly. Turns out, Luke never lost his bike, and Phil had just stolen some poor random kid's ride instead.
I figure I'll just dump the new bike where I stole the first bike. That way random kid gets his back, and this new bike doesn't raise a lot of embarrassing questions.
When he tries to sneak back the stolen bike, however, he is caught by the rightful owner and ends up in a foot race with 2 angry children. While the show leaves us at the chase, this extended version of the scene shows that the kids actually outrun Phil, catch up to him, and tackle him to the ground.
Well, I was giving you back!
Safe to say, Luke won't be learning any lessons on strength and endurance anytime soon.
Get off of me! I gave it back! I was giving you back! I don't care! I'm a good person!
Number 2, Luke's Failed Pitches, Season 1. After Manny excels at fencing, Phil and Claire scramble to find something Luke might also be a prodigy at. With so many options to consider, they settle on baseball because how hard could throwing a ball be, right?
Feels right, buddy. I'm telling you, this feels right.
What are you guys doing?
Pursuing excellence. We made a list of areas the boy might excel at, and baseball.
Love it.
Phil takes Luke out for a pitching session, only to realize that Luke's pitching skills are, well, non-existent. Each failed throw leads to Phil slowly realizing that they might have picked the wrong sport.
Very, 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 very good first hour. Toss me your glove. I'll put some oil on it.
The aired scene leaves out several of Luke's tragic attempts, including the hilarious moment when Phil desperately tries to figure out what kind of batter Luke thinks he's aiming for.
How tall is this batter?
Tall?
Like 20 feet?
Yeah.
Let's make him, just for funsies, let's make him 4 feet tall.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Questionable lyrics, Season 3. Cam remains clueless that his lyrics scared off the surrogate.
My singing was so moving that it awakened something in her.
You don't think that maybe the lyrics might have been half the problem?
I could have sung the phone book. We weren't getting that baby.
Air quotes, Season 2. Phil's use of quotes in an ad, quote-unquote, humiliates Claire.
It said we were happily married.
No, honey, it said we were happily married, quotes included.
They were for emphasis.
Yes, well, I was humiliated.
I'm sorry.
Lily has no empathy, Season 6. Lily's littering sparks this brilliant throwback to the 70s anti-pollution ad.
You cut yourself.
Hey, don't get blood in my eggs.
We're getting concerned that Lily hasn't developed an adequate sense of empathy.
Insofar as she doesn't have any at all.
Cam makes up for lost sleep, Season 3. Cam dozes off after pulling an all-nighter searching for Lily's missing bunny.
Lost her best friend and her compadre bunny. And that in turn kept us up.
Slumber Party Turned Sour, Season 3. Cam and Mitch are thrilled to move in with Jay and Gloria, until they start butting heads.
Oh, that's a first.
The trick is to not give them many choices. Just tell them what to eat.
Oh, well, that's a helpful tip.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Teamwork does not make the dream work, Season 3. In some ways, Cam and Mitch are like peanut butter and jelly. They're great together, but not exactly smooth in every situation.
Kind of like a first date.
Actually, no, they're the exact opposite of a first date because you don't want to have sex, but you do want a baby.
Remember our first date? When you still agreed with things I said?
Sure, they make a solid couple, but teamwork is just not their strong suit. In this deleted scene, for example, they attempt styling Lily's hair in a bid to impress a potential birth mother. However, as they're too busy talking over each other, they end up producing a completely disjointed result, just as they brag about their amazing collaboration.
Dad, you did it again.
Braids!
It happens a lot.
Unsurprisingly, they later blow it with the birth mother too, after going in completely different directions in an attempt to reassure her.
Baby, please don't go.
I'm just gonna be a minute.
You'll take away the biggest part of me.
I love you too.
He doesn't get it.
Nope, you don't get it.
Which of these deleted or extended scenes would you have loved to see make it to air? Let us know in the comments below.
I don't understand most of what you say. It's like talking to Gloria, but without the accent, and a lot less fun, to be honest.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.